What's up, nerds? Welcome back. Today I am bringing you another devlog. That is right, I am back. I have done quite the extraordinary job, I believe. I got a lot to show you today, and I got a lot of work done, and I got a lot of work to do. With that being said, I hope you enjoyed today's devlog. First, let's start with this. Oops, no, not that. No, actually, I'm talking about this. This is the Goblin that I have been working on for quite some time now, and he finally does what he's supposed to do. That's right, he throws bombs. He is a projectile enemy. And I'm not gonna lie, when I first made him, it was scuffed, but I have created this idea of a range. Oh, you don't know what a range is? Well, I'll teach you. So let's break it down from the top. First, I had to figure out how to get the character to predict where to actually throw the ball when I'm running at high speed. So to combat this problem, I actually created an actor in front of the player that the Goblin will throw the bomb at instead whenever you're running at a certain speed. So there are 6 different endings of where this bomb can actually end up, and these factors depend on speed and range. When you're in the less than 350 range, he'll actually just throw it at his feet. If you're in the greater than 350 and less than 700, he'll kind of just throw it a little bit. If you're in greater than 700, he'll throw it pretty far and pretty fast. Depending on the range you're in is actually depending on the speed and velocity he throws it to. So when you're moving at a really slow pace, he'll actually just throw the bomb kind of directly at you and the velocity is set really low. But if you're moving really fast, he'll actually throw it into this prediction sphere whenever you're moving really fast, and the velocity is a lot faster. This system actually worked really well, surprisingly. It's really accurate, and if I made it any more accurate, it would be quite the annoyance while playing the game, because it kind of already is.
It's been a year, Daddy. I really miss you. Mommy says you went to the store to get milk.
That is right. We even have a whole new animation system, plus more combos. And I even changed up the movement core gameplay a little bit, so you can actually turn while you're swinging your sword. You can't move, but you can turn. This actually changed the game in quite a lot of factors, because before it was really hard to get that target hit, but now you can kind of precisely hit your target. And we even have a jump attack, which is actually very satisfying and very fun. And if you also noticed, we actually... Why do I keep saying we, bro? I'm schizo. I changed the movement speed and the movement animations. So now you run even faster and it feels great. It feels fluid, feels reactive, feels way better than before. You were very sluggish when you were moving, and the gameplay just feels a lot faster and a lot more interesting. And if you were curious, this is what the combo system blueprint looks like. It's actually pretty simple. You just go through a series of integers, which I actually switched to random integers. So if you can't recall, this was actually my old AI. The system was very underwhelming, and the AI would kind of just run in a straight line and group up, like, and clump up, so they couldn't all hit you at the same time. It was very weird and just very unpolished. Well, I actually fixed this problem with a very weird fix, and if you use Unreal Engine, this might interest you, maybe. So what you're looking at here is actually nav mesh obstacles. The point of these barriers is to make the AI avoid them, but if there is no other way to get to the other side, they'll actually just go through the barrier instead. So oddly enough, you can add these modifiers to your characters, and I did, and I set it to an obstacle, and I set the random failsafe extent to some random numbers, and oddly enough, it changed the AI so much that they act like this now. Now they are just insanely unpredictable, and I kind of like that, and I kind of like how wild they move. It just intrigues me, and it makes me feel like they're hard to, like, figure out what they're doing, if you get what I'm saying, and it's just great. Now, obviously, it's still going to need some tweaking, but I plan on tweaking it quite a bit and figuring it out. So yes, I did make some more maps, and this is actually one of my favorite ones. And here is a third biome that I'm working on. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this, but I do have some really good ideas what I'm going to do with these kind of maps. But what I did learn overall while making this game is that the smaller the map, the harder the difficulty. So obviously with that in mind, I think the further you get through your levels, the smaller the maps will get and the harder it is to traverse the terrain. And yes, I am using new paints, new textures for the ground. I know the old one looked way more detailed and better, but overall the new one I'll be able to use on much more things, and I think honestly, the performance is just a little bit better. I also added these currencies, which actually float to you, which is pretty cool. It took me a while to figure it out how to add, like, it goes up and then it curves and then it comes towards you, which I thought was pretty cool, but you can't really see it too well. But after you kill an AI, it comes out of them and you get the currency. Here's a little sneak peek of what I've actually been working on recently. It's actually the ability to throw the sword. Now, I'm not sure if I'm going to keep it as a sword or if I'm going to change it to a different object, but right now it just throws the sword you're currently holding. I think I'm going to use this as an ability you can unlock throughout gameplay, and I think there's going to be like 3 main different abilities you're going to be able to unlock, but you can only have one of them. And with that being said, that's about it for me for now. I have a lot of plans and I have a lot of goals for this game, and I'm very proud with the progress that I've made and the consistency that I've kept, and I plan on keeping the same energy throughout. I have some big plans on the horizon. I have some ideas for marketing, and I'm going to be starting to work on my first trailer soon for the actual game, or the demo, the teaser, whatever you want to call it. And another way of marketing as well is for supporters to support the game eventually. And I know it doesn't deserve that much support. I still want to get into the area of that support and build a community. And I hope you all enjoyed today's devlog, and I'll see you all again soon.